on behalf of Kim, and I'm sure a number of budding herpetologists or even professional herpetologists or just reptile people who really like lizards and snakes and the kind of things that I do, the remarkable creatures of the world. See how it turned its head to listen to me. Well, Kim, here's one of our reptiles, one of our monsters. Actually, it's a dragon. If you can look carefully. It's a very unimpressed dragon, I might add. It's got a tiny little ant walking on its snout, but it's actually not really a tiny little ant. It's actually quite a big ant. Because we can see it. The head itself is probably about 3 or 4 inches long, and this is a fully grown adult. Well, I suppose it means the same thing, but this is a fully grown white-throated monitor, also known as a rock monitor or a tree monitor. A much more enlarged nasal cavity to the Nile monitor, its cousin that lives in the wetlands, and the one that we see in front of Juma waterhole camera every day. I believe it was resting its head on some terrapins today. And this is a cousin. And my voice is closing those eyes. Yeah, go to sleep. Interestingly, this is a marula tree that it's sitting in, and the bulbs that we see in this marula tree is actually a gall that I have yet to discover what it is exactly that causes these galls. I believe it might be a midge, but there is a specific parasite that causes galls in marula trees like this. It also could be a gall that is left behind after a mistletoe has grown in it, and this would have been a gall from a very young age, and the tree's actually grown up around it. There can, a few more galls. If we look along a branch higher up, there's another gall that has well, a swelling that is quite clearly where maybe a mistletoe once thrived, based on the shape of that, where, oh, sort of on that hanging, now that one there. A grotesque deformation of the tree as a result of a foreign object or a foreign body or a foreign organism either living in the tree or on the tree or parasitizing the tree, and the tree develops this defense mechanism that causes what we call a gall. And I can show you galls on leaves, everything from leaves to bark to trees to fruits and even flowers, galls on flowers, and some of the galls can actually cause deformities. So where this monitor lizard is right now is actually living within the hollowness of a gall, because the gall reacts with the sap of the plant, or rather the foreign object causes the sap to react in such a way that it deforms the plant cells, and instead of being tiny little plant cells, they get a little bit bigger, and because they're bigger, they're greater organisms that can get into them, and so it forms these swellings to try and eject or reject whatever it is affecting the plant. And they often become hollow and really wonderfully shaped things, because it just makes it easier for insects and all sorts of things to bore into them. And well, this is probably about 3 to maybe 3.5 feet of monitor lizard that has found a very comfortable spot. We can't even see claws. Can we see a claw, please? Just put a foot out for me, please. Claw. Now use gravity. I can use gravity just go 2 inches. No sign of a claw, Brian. But anyway, so I thought, since we've been asked about reptiles, and I'm going to be on the lookout, and I have to say, Kim, I've been looking. I do enjoy the reptiles very much, and I know that there are a bunch of viewers who also do. So while we're looking for reptiles and other things this afternoon, on a hot afternoon, going to go back to Scott and an elephant.